Welcome to Astro Rahu channel. I'm your host Vishal Sathye. Today we'll discuss what Neptune does in astrology. Let's begin. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, these planets are very far off, so they are not visible with the naked eye. And this is the reason why they affect the mind more. They affect the subject's psychology, the subconscious. Neptune, along with Jupiter, co-rules the 12th house. In the Pluto video, I told you that Pluto thinks that he is the sun. Similarly, Neptune thinks that he is Jupiter and he behaves like the Jupiter. But he gives exactly opposite results. Neptune in a chart usually doesn't seem to play a very important role. It seems to be insignificant. Many times it is insignificant, but it's very important and it becomes very powerful, especially if it is right on the ascendant degree. Say if the ascendant degree is 28 degree and Neptune anywhere in the chart, any house is right on the degree, then it becomes very powerful. Neptune also becomes very powerful if it is exactly opposite to the sun, because in that case it is retrograde and it is on the peak of retrogression. It becomes very powerful. Neptune also becomes very powerful if it is exactly or very closely conjunct any planet, or if it is exactly opposite in degrees to any planet, then it becomes very powerful. Also, you have to check if Uranus, Neptune, Pluto are telling a particular story, and if that story matches with what the 9 planets are telling you, then you have to carefully watch what Uranus, Neptune, Pluto are doing in the chart, or what they are trying to convey. Neptune, either it doesn't give much of results, or it usually gives negative results, but it can also give positive results if it is happy, if it is well placed, if it has good company, if it is placed with exalted planets, if it is placed with planets which are in their own sign, or if it is placed with the Lord of the house, or if the Lord of the house is aspecting or looking at Neptune, then it will give good results. If Neptune is in the ascendant, right on the ascendant degree, or if it is closely conjunct the ascendant Lord, then many times I have observed that the subject is beautiful, he is fair, he has a kind of a tej, we call in Hindi, tej or splendor. He has a bright, shiny face. He has a watery appearance, not pale, but a watery, beautiful appearance. Neptune, I have observed many a times, is like a mirage. In the desert, very far off, you can see that there is water, but when you approach it, it disappears, there is nothing. Neptune behaves exactly like that many a times in the chart. If Neptune is in the ascendant, people get attracted towards the subject, but somehow many a times the subject doesn't deliver, and people initially get attracted and then they get disappointed and walk off. If Neptune is in the 7th house, then the subject gets attracted towards other people, other partners, and there are many bad experiences in partnerships or in marriages, because initially the subject feels that the partner which he is with is perfect, but somehow the partner doesn't deliver, and he has very bad experiences either in marriage or in partnerships. This is similar to what a debilitated Jupiter does in the 7th house, or this is very similar to what happens when moon is in Anuradha Nakshatra, especially in the 4th pada of Anuradha Nakshatra. It is very similar to that. Neptune also represents self-pity. If Neptune is in the ascendant, then this person, the subject, will always tend to indulge in self-pity. If you look at the social media status of such a person, then the statuses would be very sad, and it would feel as if this person is in pain. But if you ask that person, are you okay? Are you in some kind of trouble or pain? He will say, no, I'm fine, I'm okay. They subconsciously tend to indulge in self-pity. If Neptune is in the ascendant, tightly conjunct with Uranus, or if Neptune is conjunct the ascendant lord along with Uranus, then there can be suicidal tendencies. There was a Hindi movie called Bhagam Bhag, in that Lara Datta had such suicidal tendencies. And there was a scene where she is watching the water and she says, how nice it would be if I dive into this water, and slowly I can imagine how the water would go in my nose and my breath would stop, and then I'll die and there will be peace. Such guys have such kind of thoughts, suicidal thoughts, and they are very positive about death. If Neptune and Uranus are conjunct the 10th lord, then many a times the subject has a sad and depressive appearance, depressive, sad look. In such cases, look at the moon and the Mahadashas. Many a times initially they have a very hard life, and many a times this is the reason why they have a depressive look, a sad look on their face, because they have undergone a lot of turmoil in life. Neptune also represents creativity, but it represents impractical creativity. If Neptune is tightly conjunct with the moon, and if Jupiter is weak, and if moon is either debilitated or not well placed, then such people can have problem of hysteria. We call hysteria yoshmar or unmad in Hindi. They will daydream a lot, and they will be lost in dreams, and they will be very impractical. If Neptune is tightly conjunct Venus, then they will be very creative in sex. Especially they will have very weird sex, and they will have very dirty sex. Neptune also represents addiction. If Neptune is in the 11th house, you might be attracted to such a friend circle which might introduce you to drugs or gambling. So you have to watch out for that. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to press the like button. If you haven't subscribed to Astro Rahu channel yet, make sure you subscribe to it. And in the next episode, again we'll come up with some interesting topic about astrology. Till then, goodbye.